By the end of this video, you're going to have a step-by-step guide for creating an online course that actually sells. I'm going to tell you the best platform to create it on, exactly how to create your course, how you can format it to maximize not only the amount of reach that you get on social media, but also the amount of sales that you'll be getting. And on top of that, I'm going to reveal one secret thing that I've never spoken about on YouTube at the end of this video. Because back in 2019, I launched my first course, and since then, I've had over 300,000 students in my online courses, and for the first time, I'm gonna be revealing the secrets on exactly how I did it. The first thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is you need to be focusing on the actual transformation that you're gonna be creating for your students. Think about it. Nobody goes to college so that they can go to class. Nobody goes to college so that they can get an education. What they really want is a high-paying job. That is the only reason that people go into tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt in order to get a college degree. You need to think about your course in the same exact way. What are you actually selling? Because you're not selling a course. You're not selling phone calls that may come with it. You're not selling a community, and you're definitely not selling the features that they're going to get from signing up for your course. Instead, you need to make sure that you're actually selling the transformation. I mean, think about it. You go to the gym because you want to lose weight. You read a book because you want the knowledge that's inside of that book. You didn't want the book, and you didn't just want a gym membership. You wanted the actual outcome that you're going to be getting, and this needs to be the first thing that you think about before you go and create an online course, because most of you are going to list out all the benefits that people are getting or all the features that people are going to get, and that is not actually what they want. If you go and look at any of my courses, I tell you about the transformation that you are going to get through going through the course, and this needs to be the number one focus before you actually create your course. Now, in order to really drive this point home, I want to share with you two different landing pages that two other folks use in order to sell their course. For example, if we look at Meet Kevin right here, who sells a ton of courses, let's just look at the headline. He's going to teach people how to make money and get stuff done faster with AI. So essentially, you're going to learn how to use artificial intelligence to grow your income, save your time, whether you're an employee, an entrepreneur, or a student. Now, this is going to be incredibly enticing because people are going to go through the transformation of being able to both make more money and save more time, and that's exactly why somebody would end up signing up for this. Notice he doesn't start with all the features. He starts with a really good headline and then testimonials that actually get people to want to join. On top of that, he's got right here, join before the price increases again, which incentivizes the viewer with some urgency to actually go through with purchasing this. And if we look at Tim Sykes, who also sells a ton of different programs, you need to look at his headline here. Want to spend the next 30 days with millionaire Tim Sykes? Warning, your life might never be the same if you do. And that's exactly what he is selling here. He is selling people not that he's going to teach them something, not that they are going to get to spend a lot of time with him. The real sales pitch here is that your life might not ever be the same if you spend the next 30 days with a millionaire, which is a very enticing thing for a lot of people. And this is why this works. Step number 2 is you need to make sure that you're selling your course way before it launches. I see so many course creators make the mistake of trying to sell their course once they have it complete, or they go through and say, hey, I'm gonna build out this course. It's gonna take me 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then I'm gonna start selling it. And that's the wrong way to think about it. Instead, what you should be doing is you need to make sure that you begin selling your course 4 to 8 weeks before it's actually done or before you get it out, and you wanna pre-sell it, because if individuals aren't buying the pre-sale, well, guess what? They're definitely not going to buy the full version of it then, and then you would have just went through, wasted all your time for weeks and weeks, or maybe even spent thousands of dollars building this course, and you get crickets when people actually go to buy it because the offer didn't work, or maybe the way that you were pitching it didn't work, or you might not have built up enough demand within your audience, and that is why nobody actually wants to buy your course. So please do not make that mistake. And to really drive this point home, I want you to think about the last movie that you saw or the last album that you listened to when it comes to music. What I want you to think about is whether or not you knew that that thing was coming out beforehand. If you went to the movies to go see a movie, I can almost guarantee that you knew about that movie for a few days or for a few weeks. And the same thing with new music coming out. Like if you're a Taylor Swift fan right now, you know that she's got a new album coming out. And Taylor Swift has an absolutely huge audience, but she had to build up that anticipation with her audience to make sure that it actually sells when it comes out. So you need to make sure that you do the same thing with your online course. Now, the next thing I need to make sure that you're focused on is actually choosing the right platform, because if you use the wrong platform to host your online course, this could completely destroy how much money you make, or it could actually cause a huge tax burden in the future. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to choosing a platform to host your online course, they're not all created equally, and that's exactly why I'd strongly recommend that you register for Teachable. When I first created my online course back in 2019, using Teachable allowed me to set up my course in literally just 30 minutes. I was able to spin up a website, I was able to set up my course, and begin collecting payments literally in just a half an hour. And with other providers, it can literally take days to set it up, or even weeks, and this is just going to be wasted time when you could be monetizing your audience, because who wants to sit around and wait for the provider to get things set up when you can use Teachable and get set up today? On top of that, they just released an AI course starter that makes building your online course easier than ever before. And if you haven't already, I strongly suggest you go to the pinned comment below, register for a free account with Teachable, and see how easy it is to build your online course with their new AI course starter. Because Teachable's AI course starter combines the powers of their course curriculum generator, a lesson writing assistant, and a sales page generator combined. Because after leveraging Teachable's AI tools, you're gonna have completed drafts of your entire course, your sales page, and you'll even be able to edit them however you'd like. And once you're done editing, Teachable makes it easier than ever before for you to begin accepting payments, getting leads, and start actually selling your course so that you can monetize your audience. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and register for a free account on Teachable today so that you can start to monetize your audience no matter how large it is. Now, once you've actually gone through and you've created your sales page, you have a draft for what your course is going to look like, you need to make sure that you're leveraging 2 other tools that are going to make it incredibly easy for you to actually build out this course. And I want you to note something. The first thing that we chatted about was the actual offer that you were going to go with. The second thing that we chatted about was how early you need to start selling your course. And then we chatted about choosing the right provider, which of course I would use Teachable. And now we're finally getting into the meat and potatoes of actually building out the course. And the reason that I've structured this video like this is simply because the actual course is the least important part, because if nobody buys the course or you get set up with the wrong provider, well, guess what? Nobody's gonna actually get to your course since they didn't actually buy it. And at this stage, you need to make sure that you're leveraging 2 different tools. The first one that I would strongly suggest leveraging is ChatGPT, because although you should have a ton of different videos within your course, you can also have different write-ups, or you should also have different take-home forms or exercises that your audience can actually do, and leveraging ChatGPT to be able to create these is a great way to do it, because at the end of the day, people aren't just looking for information from you, they also want to learn how they can get feedback. For example, if you were doing a course about how to get 6-pack abs, you'd want to make sure that they had a tracker where they could track what they eat or what they did in their workouts, and you adding this in is going to make it really easy. On top of that, it's going to make your course seem 100 times more valuable, and it's going to increase the odds that people actually go through it, they stick with it, which ends with them getting the results or the transformation that you promised in their course, and then they begin to tell their friends about it, and boom, you start to make sales without actually having to market your course. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're leveraging the content that you've already created inside of your course. A lot of creators don't do this, but it's a massive mistake for 2 reasons. One, it makes it really easy for you to not have to repeat yourself or film a 10-minute video that you've already might have created on YouTube. So what I would do is just put the link to that within your course and ask them to watch the video the same way that I do in this course right here. And the second part of this is it actually creates a flywheel between social media and your course that allows you to make more sales. So here's how it works. Somebody signs up for your course. They are going through the course, and then you get them to click on a YouTube video or click on an Instagram video or click on a TikTok video, and then guess what happens? It brings them over to the platform, they watch that entire video, and this is a really good signal to all 3 of those algorithms that this is the ideal person that should be showing your content. Guess what? Now that platform is then gonna go find a bunch of people that look like that person that bought your course, and now your audience is going to be more people that are actually interested in your course or have the disposable income to be able to buy it. On top of that, it gets people that actually bought the course to comment on your videos and say how much they're liking the course, which again is just more social proof that gets more people to sign up. And the last thing that you could do with the content that you already have is you could create lead magnets out of this. For example, you could create a free course and have it literally just be 5 different links to your YouTube videos where you're going to teach somebody something, or it could be a link to an Instagram or to a TikTok, and you doing this is going to help you get more leads, and then you can email those leads different testimonials or maybe a sales coupon, and this is going to skyrocket the amount of revenue that you actually make from your course. On top of that, I would strongly suggest that you get over the limiting belief that you can't do this because the person buying your course has already seen your content, because I can almost guarantee you that either one, they forgot about that content, or two, they didn't actually see it. I wouldn't make the assumption that everybody's seen every video that you put out, because if you do that, well, guess what? You're probably gonna miss a ton of people in your audience, and you're not gonna be able to leverage this tactic in order to drive both more leads and more sales by making it easier for these social media platforms to find you your ideal customer. And if you want to know how to find your ideal customer on YouTube, I strongly suggest you check out this video right here that shares with you exactly how the YouTube algorithm works in 2024. I'll see you over there.